Did you know that 80% of people over 50 are skipping the most important exercise for total body strength? And that exercise is dumbbell deadlift. It's completely transformed my clients' lives, making daily tasks like gardening, carrying groceries, and playing with grandkids so much easier. After coaching about 1,000 people alongside my business partner who's a physio, I've seen firsthand how dumbbell deadlift can improve strength, mobility, and confidence in everyday life. In this video, I'm going to share with you why deadlifts are so powerful and how you can do them safely and effectively. So let's just dive in. I want to tell you a quick story about one of my clients, Annette. She's been with me for about 4 years. She's 70 years old. And when she first came to me, she literally was very weak. And she said to me, Gavin, I just want to be able to do the things I used to do, because at the moment I've struggled to pull the groceries out of the back of the car. I struggle to do the gardening. I'm always sitting on the sidelines. I'm not able to play with my grandchildren as much as I want to do. And when we started off, knowing her goals and what she needed, I incorporated something called this dumbbell deadlift, and it gave her so much more independence. And she is at the point now where her husband tries to help her carry the groceries and things, and she says, no, I can do it myself, because she's that much stronger. She finds herself playing with her grandkids every day. She's able to lift them onto swings and all the stuff that goes with it. And she's back in the garden enjoying gardening and carrying around pot plants and extra earth and things like that. And she's doing all those things now, and she's doing it because she's so much stronger. And I want to share that story with you so that you can incorporate this exercise into your daily training plan. And if you do it about 2 to 3 times per week, you're going to be well on the right track for building all the body strength that you're ever going to need. Now, just before we jump in, if you would like a full body strength workout designed for people over 40, it covers every single muscle group of the body. You can do it in as little as 3 times a week for about 30 minutes. Just click on the link down below in the first comment, and you can get that free strength training plan as well. But now what I'm going to do, I'm going to break down why deadlifts are so important, some of the mistakes that you're going to potentially come across, and then I'm going to walk through the exercise with you and be your personal trainer for the next sort of couple of minutes, all right? The biggest mistake people over 50 make with this strength training is that they just don't do the fundamental exercises. They may go into a gym and they do a little bit of a pressing on the machines, or they do some cardio, and they're not actually doing the exercises that need to be done. And a dumbbell deadlift is actually a functional exercise. And my version of functional is for you to be able to do daily tasks every single day functionally. So let's just say doing pull-ups probably isn't a functional exercise for you, but doing a sit to stand or a squat or a deadlift is going to actually help you do all the daily tasks that you need to do, right? So mistake number 1 is that people don't do these exercises, and if they do these exercises, they do them very, very wrong, and they end up getting injured, and therefore they can't build strength because of that injury. So number 2, dumbbell deadlifts are pretty much a game changer for you. They incorporate a lot of muscles in the posterior chain, and the posterior chain is the muscles at the back. They're the muscles that do all the supporting. They keep you upright. If you hold a big weight out in front of your body this way, your posterior chain is firing to stop you from bending over, right? And we do more of that sort of stuff every day than we do pushing and things like that. So it's going to build some core strength, it's going to build some leg strength, it's going to build some upper back strength, and it's going to build core stability. It hits a whole bunch of benefits for you. So to do this exercise, you don't need a huge amount of equipment. You can either have a kettlebell like this, all right? Or you can have a dumbbell like this, just one. All you need is one, all right? Now, the problem with conventional deadlifts, or people that use big heavy bars and the big barbell stuff, is that a lot of time the form is really, really bad. People end up lifting with their backs, they don't lift with their legs, and as a result of that, you end up doing an injury. Now, what I love about the dumbbell or kettlebell deadlift itself is that it lends itself to proper form by default, because it is a very, very functional movement. We can learn it very, very quickly, and therefore we can do it very, very easily. So what I want you to think about with this exercise is that I want you to keep your chest up nice and tall. I want you to look forward, and I want you to break your hips this way. You can see that my hips are now bent backwards and my back is nice and flat. With the hands, they're going to go to the floor this way, and my forearms are going to touch the inside of my knees. So they're going to come down this way, right? If you do this wrong, you end up leaning forward and your elbows are touching your knees. So I want you to get your forearms and wrists just to touch your knees. Now this is a great position to start this exercise, because as I come down, the dumbbell is the right height for me to tuck my fingertips underneath, and my body is still straight. You can see I'm not bending forward, I'm not rounding my back. It is nice and straight. And as you can see, there's a 45-degree bend on my thigh as well, which is a great position to be in when you're lifting things. Think of this as a bag of compost or a child or a dog or something. And as I tuck my fingers in, I'm going to drive the weight through my heels, and I'm gonna just keep looking forward. I'm gonna stand straight up. And there you have it, that is a dumbbell deadlift. And then you reverse it, your hips go back, you bend your legs, your forearms will touch the inside of your thighs, and you come straight back up. And you don't even need to touch the floor with the dumbbell. You just do it this way. And the muscles working here are gonna be my glutes, muscles here, the quads, my upper back as I'm locking this dumbbell in, all right? My grip to some degree as well, and my core to keep me nice and strong. And when you do this exercise, you want to be doing about 12 to 15 reps. So you may be asking, how much weight do I use? And that is a great question. The amount of weight you use is dependent on you and your physical ability. But what I want you to think about is that when you get to 12 to 15 reps, which is how many times you repeat this exercise, it needs to be kind of hard, right? So if I did, 13, 14, and 15, and I could do 30 of these, then it's not going to be, the weight is probably too light. I want to be hitting 15, and I probably could just about manage 18 to 20. That is going to be the perfect weight for you. So it could be a 3 kilos, it could be a 20 kilos, it doesn't matter. But if all you've got is a 10 kilo dumbbell, just practice, and you can do a few extra reps. Maybe you could do 20 reps instead of 12 to 15 if the weight is too light. Now, like I said, if you did want a copy of a full body strength workout, comment strength or click on the link down below and I'll send that across to you. But what I'm really interested in, what one of the things that you would like to be stronger in? Let me know in the comments. Is it playing with your grandkids? Is it doing the gardening? Is it doing some hikes or some big activities that you got planned? Let me know. I'd love to know what is that's motivating you to do this exercise. So I'm gonna leave a video in the top left-hand corner, which is all about strengthening your core, okay? Because we know if we can have a strong core, then we can have a strong body as well. And like I said, you can't shoot a cannon from a canoe. That's a good saying you can have. So jump onto this next video, and it's gonna show you how to activate your core and strengthen in a very, very functional way. So head over there and I'll see you shortly.